Peace, peace. Welcome, 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 Shame Sundays. I'm back. Mrs.SheSaid is still in the building. Bringing back a little visual into some shameful behaviors that now we, in our society, we tolerate. So good day. Welcome, everybody. Give y'all a second to come on in because, I start going and it's hard to stop me. It's the difference. Husband comes in with his plan and he goes for me. Nah, I'm going to just go off top and I might ramble some and go on more. That's the difference. And I appreciate it. Thank you, hubby, for keeping me on track. The ones and twos, technical. Appreciate you. Shout out to Mr. He Said and Harris Tribe Media Group for making this possible. Hey, Death Mage. Death Mage is in the building. How you doing, sis? We appreciate you always putting some things for us to reflect on in the Facebook He Said, She Said, Love and Abundance chat room. We appreciate it. Definitely gets a conversation going. So we appreciate you, love. Hope all is well. It's Sunday and I'm ready to give you a little bit more visual of some shameful behaviors, some ways we may need to reflect on ourselves and the things that we are doing out here in this world, because you are being watched, your children are being watched, and we see you. So welcome to Shame Sundays. Shame is a painful feeling of humiliation or stress caused by the consciousness of wrong or foolish behavior. Are you aware? Are you conscious? Gotta ask y'all. Some people are not. I get a lot of, I don't see that. I just don't see that where I am. Doesn't mean it's not reality for a lot of us, because we see it. So we're talking about it. We're perceiving it. It's our perception of things. It happens. People have it. Shame, a loss of respect or esteem, dishonor. Gotta give you a few, because some people don't know what this is. Shame, a regrettable or unfortunate situation or action. So you are doing some shameful things and behaving in shameful ways and acting in a shameful mannerism. Somebody's going to point it out. Somebody's going to notice. You're not invisible to everybody else. I know you would like to be, but you're not. Every week at the bottom of my screen on my ticker, I'm going to have some very awesome, influential Black women here in our USA who have paved the way for us to get here now, and our women accept the ratchetness, the over-sexualized the over-sexualizing of us women ourselves, accepting it now. So please have a good visual of these women down at the bottom of my screen. If you have not seen or heard of any of these people, please use your Google, utilize it, learn something. It's probably at least 30 influential Black women that our young people should be influenced by, besides the nonsense that society is flooding us with. TV, music, cartoons, YouTube. It's on us parents to monitor these things. I'm gonna keep preaching that. Mothers, we are around more. We are the first teachers of our children. Even with the father around 24/7, we take on the majority. Teach your children. Don't stop. It's not a job that you can just stop whenever you feel like it. And some of us have that mindset. It's a thing to do. Being a mother is a very important role. Was always held in a high honor. Bad mothers were shamed, like it was a thing. Other women pointed it out and made them aware that what they're doing to their children is shameful and they need to get their shit together. Now we don't do that anymore. It's getting kind of hard to hold women accountable, even other women holding women accountable. I don't like it. I understand. Still going to be held accountable, some way, shape, or form. Just because you don't like it. I appreciate everybody being here again. If you didn't know, Nightbot is in the chat. So if you type hashtag shame in caps, they will put your link to your channel in for others to subscribe. So if you're here now, please share. Get them in here so we can talk about this. It's important. Got a couple of videos, a couple of definitions. People get it twisted when they don't know some definitions of things. We like to make up our own meaning of words that already have a definition. Please stop. Please stop. I would appreciate it. Self-reflection is something I like to always inspire people in general to do. A lot of us women have a hard time doing that lately. So self-reflection is taking the time to think about, meditate on, evaluate, and give serious thought to your behaviors, your thoughts, your attitude, your motivation, and your desires. It's the process of diving deep into your thoughts. Your thoughts, not others. Self-reflection. Your thoughts are yours to own. You cannot force them on somebody else. Take note of these ladies at the bottom of the screen. Empower yourself with these influential Black women. That's what got me here. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. Game over. It's becoming too much. Double standards. What I'm noticing is women are okay and or good with them as long as they favor us. Women. I'm just saying. There's plenty of them. We don't like them. Nobody likes them. They exist. We live in a society where they exist. But you fail to realize that a lot of these double standards are privileges more for us. Just the particular double standards that you ladies have a problem with. I'm not going to point them out now. I'm not going to do that. Y'all know what it is. But privilege is invisible to those who have it. Keep that in mind. You didn't even know how privileged your ass is because it's invisible to you. Great job, generations before us. We have created some self-absorbed, child. Okay. Y'all want an icebreaker? Get y'all in here. I like to encourage people to read. It's very important. You know, we forget about that because we have these little idiot boxes. So we don't feel the need to read. Encourage your children to read. So it's been a lot of debate, right, about what a woman is. Female. Look it up, the definition. It's going on in our larger platforms, government settings, and such, trying to define what a woman is. So don't just watch this video. I definitely would like to see what you guys think on where we're going. Watch the people's reactions. Okay, appreciate y'all. Thank you.
James argues, accurately, that there are differences between men and women. This is a strange position to be arguing for something that is so universally and widely accepted within biology. What is not as widely accepted is that culture is also evolutionary, but I'm going to argue that biology and culture are both evolutionary. Let's look at differences between men and women that are explicitly anatomical and physiological. Are men taller than women on average? Does anyone take offense at that fact? Are you irritated?
There's always a standout.
So I would say you could be irritated by it. You could be irritated by the fact that women have to be the ones to gestate and lactate. You could be irritated by a lot of truths. But taking offense is a response that is rejection of reality. So men and women are different on height. They're different on muscle mass. They're different on where fat is deposited on our bodies, right? Our brains are also different. So there.
Security! This is what happens. Oh, did they shut off the volume? Can you hear? Can everybody hear?
Really? He's a piece of shit. That is not okay. Even the women in there have been brainwashed.
Should not listen to fascism. It should not be tolerated.
Fascism? What y'all think so far of that? That Mage said there's no debate in my house. What y'all think about that? It's not done. Fascism. Way of organizing a society in which a government ruled by a dictator controls the lives of people and in which people are not allowed to disagree with the government. Y'all trying to disagree with science. It's a problem. How we get here? We're gonna keep going.
Tolerated in civil society. Nazis are not welcome in civil society.
Fuck the police! Cover the people! Thank
you. Fascist government. We lived in that. Would they have been able to be disrespectful and leave out of there the way they did? It's a whole different reality. That's unique. This is a regular dominating conversation that's happening. And what I don't see is us naturally born women who choose to be women and identify as female and woman. We don't have a problem with this. Like, we're not fighting back or combating the science and the reality of what it is. It's like it's being forced to be accepted. I have no problem with respecting how you choose to live your life, but to force it as a reality is shameful. And I'm to the point, as a naturally born woman, I'm feeling quite disrespected. I don't know how you other women are feeling out there, but this is becoming a bit much, that we have naturally born men who want to be women, kudos to them, to tell us what it is to be a woman and to want to change the definition of said term. A woman is a female adult. That's the definition. Now, if they want to make further terms, this is what it needs to be. Like, it's becoming shameful, and us women should really be getting upset that we have gay men and trans women trying to dictate or change the dynamic of what a woman is. Make your own category and have it as such, but to force the reality on others, Where are we going, y'all, in this society? I don't know. Us women, we paved a lot of way for many things, and we're not fighting back because we empathize with people wanting to be who they want to be and live in their truth. And that's fine. But to shove it and push it down the rest of society's throats to make us feel shamed because we want to live in reality and we believe the science of what nature is, and if most of us are religious, what God has created, man and woman. I never go out to disrespect or shame anybody in the LGBTQIA plus community because I have them in my family. I love them and adore all people to walk along this earth. The kindest person in the world. I don't judge people. It's not my place. If you believe in God, that's God's place. He will decide that when he sees you, when it's your time. Not my place. But I have to express that this is becoming a little over our heads. And it's going to affect the future of us all. A natural born man cannot have a child. He cannot birth a child. I'm sorry. We are not the animal creatures that can create life on our own. Male and female. Science. If you are a trans man, yes. If you still have all of your tools as a naturally born woman, you can create life. Absolutely. But we are not going to walk around in this delusion like men can have babies. Just because you identify as a man, you're still a female that can create life. Because you still needed semen to create that life. That's the shame in it for me. That you want me to believe that you are a naturally born man having a child. Naturally. No. Trans man. You were born a woman. That's why you were able to create life. Because you have a womb and you have ovaries and such. You want the world to identify you as a man? We will. But the science of it all is real. And that's what it is. I'm going to finish this. But you see, if we lived in such fascism, if we had a fascism, I hate that word, you would not be able to be this disrespectful. You would have been jailed or deleted. So, stop it.
All right, well, we're going to raise our voices. The conversation's going to go on. Let me be crystal clear. Let me be crystal clear. People do not have the right to tell you what you can and cannot listen to. People do not have the right, fringe elements of society do not have the right to hold you hostage to discourse. This is a university. If we cannot have this conversation here, we can't have it anywhere. We have to be able to talk about it. No issues will solve themselves. That sort of behavior is unacceptable.
Can't act like children to try to get your way. Stomping and storming out, interrupting. You don't want to accept the reality of it. Oh, everybody is not going to accept it. Something I learned very early. Being a girl, being a tomboy. Everybody's not going to accept it. Some people are going to call you out on it, tease you, tell you you're a lesbian and all this and all of that. Like, the world is going to perceive you as such. I know I'm heterosexual. I know I'm all girl, feminine as I can be. But absolutely a product of my environment. What are we doing here, ladies? Oh, excuse me. Females, what are we doing here? We want to dictate to men what men are. You ladies do that. You should stop. That's why I'm here. So the men are telling you, and these ladies are not listening. So I don't mind telling you as well. This is not new. A lot of people won't like it. Shout out to Knowledge and Relationships. It's in the building. Red Lipstick Vibes is in the building. Appreciate you, sis. Death Mage, yes. Womb man, God created it. You know, and that's not something I want to debate and fight with. But I'm getting tired. Perception is greater than reality nowadays. Yeah. That's why that video was called Evolution and Rejection of Reality. Evolution and the rejection of reality. Live in your world. Live in your world. That's fine. Don't force it on somebody else. Don't try to change the definition of science and what that means. And I would never ignore the fact that there are people born intersex, meaning they have both genitalia. Their genitalia is not defined distinctively as male or female. So it's on the parents and the doctor to decide, or let it be and let the child decide later. It's 1 in 1,000. Just like a 1 in 1,000 chance of a redhead being born into a family that doesn't have redheads. So just let that sit in your scientific mind for a second, because it exists. It does exist. Check on Netflix. It's actually a documentary, and it's a documentary of about 6 intersex people across the world who are older now. And of course, the parents made the choice. You know, babies don't have a choice in it, so the parent decide what gender that child was going to be. And as that child grew up, of course, they may have nested into the other gender that wasn't chosen. So it's definitely a unique documentary, a better understanding of science and how things can be switched and changed in utero. It definitely doesn't make sense. Death Mage chimed in. She said, I never understand people who go to these events knowing that they are going to be mad. I don't go to the gay parade because I don't want to be upset over what I see. Why go to things you don't like? I agree. I mean, they want to have a voice. They want to cause conflict. They want the conversation to not be moved forward. It could be a whole bunch of reasons. I definitely understand that. But it's getting to the point where us women can't even define it. I come across a lot. I'm only taking a few pieces of what I actually see in my spare time. But we have naturally born women getting upset because they're being questioned of what a woman is, and they can't even define it because they want to empathize or sympathize with, the trans women or whatever the case may be. But we're not the same. We are not the same. I understand that you believe that you are what you are, but we're not the same. Even after post-op, still not the same. Respectfully. So here's another video. Trigger warning.
You don't even know what a woman is. You don't know what a woman is. You don't know what a woman is.
I'm a female. I have a fucking vagina. I'll admit it.
You don't have to swear. You talking about Jesus? Come on, man. Cut it out. You don't have to swear. No.
Why is she so angry? Why are your feelings more important than the reality we all live in? It's a good question. Why are your feelings more important than the reality we all live in? Think about that. I'm gonna put this on a reminder. She was yelling at a man out here, preaching the word of God, speaking asking simple questions, and she flies off the handle. She's really angry. Check this out again.
Oh, you don't even know what a woman is. You don't know what a woman is. You don't know what a woman is.
Someone that was identified as a woman. I'm a female. I have a fucking vagina. I'll admit it.
You don't have to swear. You're talking about Jesus? Come on, man. Cut it out. You don't have to swear. No. You're the one that doesn't know what a woman is, and you're screaming at the preacher. Okay? You have to have respect for the preacher. Okay? Okay. Pardon?
You called me uneducated.
I mean, you guys didn't know what a woman is. You didn't put up your hand.
I just gave you the answer.
So what's a woman? Tell me a woman.
A woman is someone that wants to identify as a woman. You can't. It's a woman being a.
So from this young lady's perspective, a woman is someone who wants to identify as a woman. It's bullshit. Be labeled as a trans woman. It is what it is. Don't try to take over the definition of what we are. A woman is a female adult. Simple. Why are we trying to make it so hard? Dusto's in the building. Welcome, sir. Scam likely welcome. Sunday and the Shame Sunday. These ladies don't even know the definition of a woman. And screaming at the man. She angry as hell. She angry as hell. Come on, y'all. Some truth, you get this bad? Like, it's science and it's real. And nothing changed. Go back a little bit.
Screaming at the preacher. Okay? You have to have respect for the preacher. Okay? Okay. Pardon?
You called me uneducated.
I mean, you guys didn't know what a woman is. You didn't put up your hand.
I just gave you the answer.
So what's a woman? Tell me a woman.
A woman is someone that wants to identify as a woman. You can't. It's a woman being a woman, being a male.
Wrong answer. Wrong answer. A wrong answer. It's not a social construct. There is no hope. That is uneducated. So you're telling me any man here can say they're a woman just because they say so? No, well, you're not going to bring Jesus and swearing and dressing like. You're not going to do it. Not on my mic. And that is uneducated, and I'm not going to respect that information. It is disinformation against the Word of God. It's disinformation against women. It's actually disrespectful to women to say that anyone can identify as a woman. That's dismissing women from sports, dismissing women from society, and I will not tolerate disrespect to the women in my life, to my mother, to my sisters. They deserve
Females, women, y'all don't feel a little disrespected? Just a little bit? Just changing up the identity. It's delusional out here. And we sitting back and allowing it to be. This is unique. Where are we going to be in 10 years? Because I don't know if I'm comfortable going in the woman's bathroom and it's a full-on man in there with a dress on. I'm sorry. You can say whatever you want. But that may be a damn problem for me. And I've seen some of those. They did some little, what would you do? But it wasn't a what would you do. I guess it's more of a prank just to see how people will respond. And they're saying, well, I identify as a woman. I am a woman. No, get your man ass out of here. Some people were screaming on them, and there's probably one that was okay with it. But for me as a female, it's a threat to a degree. I'm not sure if I can trust anyone that just says that they want to be a woman, that they're a woman, and just in the woman's bathroom. Like, these are things that we, it's safety. And people presenting themselves to other people without being honest and leading them into relationships and such and not being honest. And it's like, you shouldn't be mad because you liked me, because I thought you were a naturally born woman or man. Like, this is what I'm perceiving. This is what I see. To assume that I should just know, and then now I'm a homophobic or something because I don't choose to be in that type of relationship, I'm shamed. The fuck out of here. This is getting ridiculous. It's getting a little ridiculous. Ladies should be upset. Us females should be a little upset. I got the whole community in my family. I have no problem with that. But when you want to define things and change it to fit your reality, because we all don't live in that reality. And then the people who don't want to live in that reality, they're shamed. And they're called homo this or phobic that or, come on, y'all. Ain't never been that. I don't think I feared really anything. So to push that on me, don't even try it. Everything depends. No. A woman is a young, an adult female. That's the definition of it. There's still some more here. This woman was very angry. Woman.
Dignity and they deserve value. I'm not going to listen to somebody tell me any man, any person can identify as a woman and that makes it a woman. I'm sorry. There's one lady and all these young people that gave hope to this generation, and that means I'm preaching for a reason, even if it's to one person. But you see what happens when people walk by, they look at, this Jesus stuff, crazy stuff, not realizing that the world is crazy. The only thing that's sane is the words of God. The only thing that makes sense. Because right from the beginning of the book, it says God made them male and female to be fruitful and multiply. He gave man a purpose, woman a purpose. And this is what propagates, protects, and preserves families. And when you can preserve a family, you can preserve a community. And when you can preserve a community, you can preserve a nation. But when you deny things at the very root, when you deny what a man is and a female is at the root, you can never have family. That's why two men can never have a child. You can't have family. That means you can't protect the family if you can't have a family. So what they do, they try to make up a new definition of the family. They change the definitions of marriage. This happened in 2009. Some of you may not have been born yet. Or actually, most of you have been born. They changed the definition of marriage. They changed the definition of family. It used to be a man and a woman and children together. Now it could be anything. You can call a community a family and everything. They want to confuse you so that you lose your purpose. There's no protection for the family, there's no preservation for the family, and there's no propagation. Oh, you don't even know what I...
So, everything's being redefined. What we know is normal is no longer normal. And it's a shame. Can't force me to live in your reality. And I'm going to give pushback to what a woman is. You want to be a trans woman? Fine. You know, I'm not going to make it our reality. But how y'all doing out there? It's Sunday. So ladies, we might need to get together and construct something, some pushback. Have you? And they do. They have a large community, a large support group of resources and such. And I'm proud that they got to where they got. But now you want to take over a defined definition of what a woman is. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. If you don't want to be that, or you want to be that, trans woman is good enough. And when you approach people, make them aware. It's not something that should be hidden. It's very unfair. It's a straight up lie, a false representation of who you are. Biologically. Because I understand the mentality of I feel that I'm this. In my essence, in my core, this is who I am. But everybody is not going to live in that reality with you. It's yours. It's yours. And it doesn't make us phobic if we don't choose to live in that reality. It's a problem when you're being disrespectful and bigot and ignorant and nobody is promoting that. But we will not allow you to take over what a woman is. All right. We're going to move on to something else. Gentlemen, this is not life.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you,
Yeah.
how much money do you make? Like, I don't want to seem like interested in like money and stuff, but I just want to come out from the get-go to tell you, like,
I think
I'm not a gold digger or anything, but I just don't go out with broke boys.
I made good enough to.
And I know you just took me to Applebee's, like, I get it. Maybe you don't want to take me to the most fanciest place, like on the first date, but never again are you gonna take me here.
Next time we could go somewhere else. But.
Like, Applebee's is not acceptable. I am not. I'm high end.
We're just getting to know each other. You're not even my girl.
Well, yeah, but this is dating to marry, right?
Or who knows?
And if I date, it's not to waste my time, so I'm not gonna be going out and going to, cheap restaurants.
Y'all want to say it? Or you want me to say it? Delusional gentlemen run. No, you chick. Just me and you. And Applebee's is not good. This is what y'all have to deal with out there? I apologize. It's a goddamn shame. And she brought it up. This is, we're supposed to be dating to vetting to marriage. Like, and this is not something I would do on Applebee's. I don't want a life of Applebee's. Run. Run, gentlemen. Sir Hale, appreciate you, sir. Shame. Did you hear that? I'm gonna have to play that again. Play it again.
Yeah, I wanted to ask you.
Yeah.
How much money do you make? Like, I don't want to seem like interested in like money and stuff, but I just want to come out from the get-go to tell you, like,
I think
I'm not a gold digger or anything, but I just don't go out with broke boys.
I think I made good enough to.
And I know you just took me to Applebee's, like, I get it. Maybe you don't want to take me to the most fanciest place, like on the first date, but never again are you gonna take me here.
Next time we could go somewhere else. But.
Like, Applebee's is not acceptable. I am not. I'm high end.
We're just getting to know each other. You're not even my girl.
Well, yeah, but this is dating to marry, right?
Or who knows?
And if I date, it's not to waste my time, so I'm not gonna be going out and going to, cheap restaurants.
Okay. Can I play it twice? Ooh. Yeah. What y'all think of that? I'm glad he taped it. This is what's happening? She said never. It's amazing to me. She's already dictating how the whole relationship is going to go. The vetting for marriage, it's on both parts. But you ladies do understand that the man decides that. Whether you adore him and want to marry him is awesome. It's a plus. It's a blessing, up front, that that's what you know. But they decide that. You have to vet them for marriage. You know, you get to see that you can acquiesce to their purpose. Because it's not all about you. They do the asking. You demanding it and saying you're going to be the wife or whatever, it's irrelevant. It's delusional. The man decides that. We control the access to vagina and what happens down there, but they control the dynamic of marriage. They are the ones who must get down on their knee and feel that you are worthy and want to show honor in the relationship by asking you to be their wife. There's some acquiescing to them. There's a list that these men have that you must qualify for. And I don't think women like that. They think that the man has to qualify for them. And it's true to some degree, but they are the ones who move forward with the product of marriage. That's the winning. That's the winning. And it's earned. It doesn't work out well when the woman is forcing the man to marry. And he does it when he knows he doesn't want to. It doesn't usually work out well. The woman should know off top if he's good enough for her to acquiesce. Because marriage is work. They ain't going to 5-star restaurants all the time. And if these young women are young and they don't have children already and they're planning to have children, this is some selfish shit that will not be able to be tucked just because they have children. Sorry. Hold on, my cat thinks he wants to be there. Get off of my table. Get down. Honey, you walk out the door, the cat act a fool. You see that? They even know when a man is around. A cat. He wouldn't have did that if hubby was sitting over there at that table, climb up on the table. I'm just saying. Animals know. Tell me if I'm lying. Oh, I love y'all. Gentlemen, run. Women that want to dictate ignorance such as that. Now, if there's a woman that comes to you and you know, she's talking this awesome plan and it kind of fits your purpose and seems like y'all gonna mesh together, that's awesome. Because we absolutely have great ideas and plans and, you know, things that we want to do. It needs to match. We need to be somewhere on the same page so we're not combating with each other to progress in this life. It becomes a battle. It's a lot of dating situations going on out there. You know, folks don't even know what to look for in character. She's talking about places to eat. She's worrying about the future of places to eat. Come on. Are y'all serious? So you gonna pay for your nails to get done? You're not doing that. Take care of your own grooming. It's on you. If that's a demand, that is a delusional demand. I men do so much more. So I'm not sure what training y'all are getting out there. And I hope this helps someone. Cats be crazy. I get the bed. He's pretty okay. I think he knows when we go live. I swear, because that's when he wants to be in the business. It's no joke. Hey now, Black Man Unfiltered is in the building. Hey family. A little bit of shame today. Just had a young lady and a young man on a date. She was dictating him. This is where you take me to Applebee's. Yeah, well, you will never take me here again. You know, we're supposed to be vetting for marriage. And, you know, this is just, it was so delusional. I don't know if you caught it, but you catch it on the rewind. Oh, my goodness gracious. Gentlemen, please pay attention to those red flags when you have women such as that. That was absolutely not a wife. All right. I got another video for y'all. I'm gonna lead this one into, man, even your sister, even with your sister, you got to watch your back. So that's blood. So all this Sister Cole stuff, it's amazing. I hear most women will not trust their man around other women. Most women will say, no, not me. I don't trust my man around other women. Has a lot to do with you. I trust my man. I don't care about the bitches. I ain't even worried about them. I know the quality of man I chose. So that's not it's never been a worry. I can't leave my man, my husband around my friends or, something I'm worried about in the back of my mind. I know he ain't touching none of y'all. I'm just saying. Maybe it's my confidence or whatever. Living in my own reality. But I'll take it. He gets all the doubt. He gets all the benefit of doubt in my book. So, shout out to you, Mrs.SheSaid. But check this out. Sisters are something. Shed a little light on it because it happens. I get around a lot of people who say, I don't see that. I don't see that. Well, I'm kind of here to let you see it. And maybe you'll start to see it more because a lot of people live in environments where they don't see it, But can't trust everybody. Sister Code, that's what it looks like.
Call him back. Speaker.
Yo.
Hello.
What's up?
What the is wrong with you?
Oh, that's a side.
What is wrong with you? You over here trying to Netflix and chill with my best friend, my so-called best friend. What the is wrong with you?
I don't know what you're talking about.
You don't know what I'm talking about? She was on the phone with you in front of me, my What the is you talking about for real?
She came to me.
All right, and you agree with that? What the
Nah, she tell you the wrong story. I don't agree to that.
I was here listening to this my or like wrong story. What the is you talking about?
You heard this shit?
Yes, I heard that. Not gonna lie, suck my that ass.
Oh.
You suck my too.
Was she a trans man? Was she a man under all of that? Because she told him to suck her dick. Man, y'all like dealing with women who say that to suck their dick? I'm so confused. I know I'm getting off topic, but that's the main part of what I heard, Because we've always heard it. You hear it. Some women, they got some dicks, I guess. But that's something. Everybody, the women bro each other. The boyfriends and girlfriends, they bro each other. The more and more I see it, I'm like, these young 20-something years old, like, wait a minute. You can't cis her? And to the young ladies, calling your man bro, isn't that incest? I'm confused. Now, nigga, that's something different. Like, cause I'll share with my husband, my nigga, like you is my nigga. But bro or daddy, I'm always y'all tell me about that. But this sister shit right here, these are sisters, and the sister who let her sister call her man, she's mad at the sister because the boyfriend said, "Okay, I'll do it as long as she don't know." Like, yeah, she's mad at everybody. But she's really getting mad at the sister, like they had something, going on in the back, but there's more.
Oh, and you laughing? Oh, she said she gonna go suck your man off. Oh.
Oh, did y'all hear that? The sister got mad. She told her, okay, I'm gonna go suck your man off. This is what we doing here? This is what we doing. We breaking up friendships. For some dick. This is sister code. I'm glad I ain't got no sisters. I'm just saying. We don't want that. That was crazy. Let me see.
That ass.
Oh.
You suck my too.
Oh. And you laughing? Oh, she said she gonna go suck your man off. Oh.
Oh man. That's unique, huh? What y'all think? Can't make this shit up. And I watch a lot of those. And they all get caught up. Some of them friends be having their man's number in the phone, logged in with a heart with messages and pictures, and whew, I can understand the fear of the ladies. But y'all are a little delusional to think that these young 21-year-olds, these young 20s gentlemen are looking to, be husband. It's later. And especially now, I kind of lucked up snatching my husband up at 23. I kind of lucked up. But I led with so much kindness and femininity. Regardless of how tomboy I was willing to acquiesce to him. And I always tell women, lead with that. You have to be attracted to them. I mean, it has to be like butterfly. You know what I mean? Initially, and then work through everything else. Because nobody is perfect. Nobody is perfect. But the energy that I felt off this man, I was not willing to walk away from it. What's greener on the other side, or something better is gonna come along. And he turned out to be awesome. And it took a lot of vetting. We vetted for quite some time. And I didn't want to be out here raising kids by myself. I saw a large dynamic of that in my generation, the generation before me. It was a conscious choice. Still ended up being a dumb young person. But meeting him at 20, my brain was developed. I'm like, okay, yes, this is it. So consciousness, love is conscious. It's an everyday consciousness. And nobody wants to do the work. But that sister code shit, I don't know what y'all doing now. So I've been seeing the last 15, 20 years. Y'all leave each other at parties. Y'all have parties to beat up someone who thinks they're a friend. Like, it's amazing. We didn't do stuff like that. So y'all be careful. And parents, vet your children's friends. You should not be that comfortable to just let them go out willy-nilly with people you do not know. Other children. Check on their families. Who's at their house? Is there a pedophile at your house? I don't mind being asked them questions. Come across some awesome parents who would absolutely have some single mothers who absolutely would come in and say they're a little uncomfortable with Mr. He said because of the trauma that they experienced. But once they got to know him, they loved him and trusted with their children. So it's about vetting. And we shouldn't be, I wasn't upset, because I absolutely understand. Absolutely, you should know who this person is in here, and you should trust that your child is going to be safe while they're here. Absolutely understand that. But somebody else would have been upset or offended. I was not offended. I praised her for doing that. Because that's what you should do. Don't be offended if I'm asking if this, you got some pedophiles in here? Does your son like to touch little people? Because I need to know this before I leave my child here. Like, what's wrong with that? I'm my child's biggest advocate. I never want something to happen after the freaking fact. Be proactive when it comes to your children. It's very important. The sister code shit is whack. Y'all better start supporting each other because I come across a lot of women who don't even trust other women. So what are we really doing out here? Y'all tell me. Because I think a lot of us are living in fucking Disney and, a mixed up reality. We want to create our own. Everybody's not going to live in your reality. Come down to earth with the rest of us. I got some parenting tips. I've been seeing some stuff. Let's check this out. Again, pay attention to your children.
The best thing about this scenario right now?
What?
Do you know when a child's brain becomes fully developed?
When they're about 10?
No, 28.
Oh, 20, oh, thank God, I can fix it.
Yeah, you can. But here's what we need to understand as parents. Kids are loud.
To agree, we think we know everything and we don't know shit. She's a parent. He asked, when is a child's brain fully developed? She said 10. He didn't even go through puberty yet. Are you talking about them losing the soft spot in their head? Oh, But we don't need home economics in our school. They literally like took that stuff out. And it's important for boys and girls. Because we got some stupid kids raising some babies. Some dumbass adults too, I ain't even gonna lie. Everybody should not be able to have children. Just because you are a woman and a man does not mean that you are capable to have raised children. And we know this because our foster care system is full, and I'm gonna keep saying it, it's full, it's full, it's full in every state. And the government gets lots and lots and lots and lots of money for our children being in these positions. So take the honor back in being a parent and being a mother. Yeah, 28, that's when the brain's fully developed. So even at 20, we was hearing, I think I was 20 when I was going through school. At 30, I think that's what we were learning in psychology. It's about 20. So 28, it's not fully developed. Okay. So third child, that's when it was fully developed. I take that.
They're messy, they're all over the place, they're intense, and that's how kids are supposed to be. Kids aren't supposed to be well behaved. They're supposed to basically come into this world and flail their arms and find out where the boundaries are. That's what kids do. And our job as parents is to allow them to find those boundaries safely. And sometimes it's hard because what kids do is they come into this world and they behave in ways that press our buttons because we see so much of ourselves, in those children. What our kids need more than anything else is they need to learn how to regulate. Most of you who don't know how to regulate is because your parents never demonstrated it to you. Because when a child is having a meltdown, what do most parents typically say? Stop it. Just stop it. For God's sake, stop it. Go to your room. I'm sick of hearing you carrying on. Whereas what a child needs in those moments is a nice, calm parent in the midst of a shitstorm is just to get down on one knee and grab them and bring them in and just hold them and say, it's going to be okay. Just breathe. Just breathe. A child can feel the quality of your presence. And if you're just being with a child, but you're not present with a child, they will literally behave in all sorts of abstract ways because all they want is to feel your presence. Because every time you get pissed off, they may not get the form of presence that they want, but they get the energy. They get the connection. It might be a fit of rage, it creates more pain, but there's a part of them that goes, oh, finally, I'm connected. We need to understand when a child is upset, they just need to be shown how to regulate.
Yeah, most of us don't know how to regulate our emotions. So that's definitely hard to teach the children to do that. And if we're moving an emotion, and being upset, like you said, with children, it's hard. It's hard to get down. It's hard to get down there and nurture them in that moment. It's not an easy thing. But being conscious of what you're doing is very important. Picking your battles with the kids is important. Don't let them win, though. I'm just saying, you better be on the stronger side of a authoritative figure. Because slacking ain't, it's not an option either. Because they need it. They need the structure. They need to know what's happening. They need the independence to learn to be responsible for themselves and their own emotions. Somebody's not going to always be there to rub their back and wipe their tears. Breathing techniques, yoga, meditation. And these are simple things, just sitting still and breathing and listening to your breaths, like in and out, watching your diaphragm go up and down. It's really important. And it's hard, but anything you practice can become a habit. 30 days, you can practice it and it will become a habit. So there's some solutions with these kids. It's not easy and they're all different. If you start having multiple kids, 2, 3, 4, yeah, they're different. They're all unique creatures. So believe that. What you did with the first one may not work with the second one or the third one. Sometimes you're going to switch up them techniques. When you have children later, you're definitely going to do things differently than you did the first time around. It's always something to learn when being a parent. So don't stay stuck in that one way of parenting. And that's hard for many of us. And a lot of relationships break down because A lot of women, we want to take control in that aspect in the home when it comes to the kids. We don't allow the fathers to be fathers. We're scared of their tone. So then they pull back. It's a unique dynamic. I've seen it. Don't talk to kids like that. Like, oh, do you have to this and that? Like, we're the team, and we're supposed to see eye to eye on how we discipline and reprimand and raise these children. And those are things that need to be discussed beforehand. This is vetting the what ifs, the what would you do before the show was out. These are the types of questions that you ask. Not if we're going to go to, a 5-star restaurant instead of Applebee's in the future. The fuck? You got to ask them what is questions. How many children do you want? Boy, girl. Would you cut your son's hair or keep it long till he's 5? These types of things need to be discussed. We wait till conflict happen, and then we can't get on the same accord. Because what I say is right, and what you say is right, and nobody is wiggling. There's no swaying. Because we're so self-absorbed, it has to be my way. My way or the freaking highway. You remember that? My way or the highway. That's unique. Sis. If it don't apply, let it fly. But shame. First we discussed defining what a woman is. You know what a woman is? It's a female adult. Simple. So at the bottom of my screen, I do have these influential American Black women who have paved the way before us. And I hope you take heed of some of these names. It's probably at least 30 or more. Most of them are not taught in school. A large majority of them taught temperance, which are the 4 cardinal virtues: self-control, abstention, discretion, and moderation. We need to teach these things. We need to get back to that. We really do. Our moral compass is such a great line now. It's very important to have a moral compass with set boundaries. It's important. Why not just leave when someone not only tells you, but they also show you they don't want you? It's a good question. Why not just leave? They're telling you they don't want you and they're showing you they don't want you. I asked that question. Get a lot of I don't knows. I don't know. I would have to consider that self-love. You lack self-love. Can't say people choose people that are gonna be mean to them. Just mean, disrespectful, lack care and consideration in these things. But they're gonna show you that they don't have those good qualities. You should believe them. Disappointment, breaking promises, not meaning what you say and saying what you mean. Those things, y'all need to pay attention. There's a lot of people out here 40 years old with a mentality of 12. Children. I agree. I've been hearing this. It's more so women, but you got some grown ass men acting like children too. But the women, it's amazing. It's amazing. Tantrums, cry at the whim of everything. Crying ain't gonna fix it. I've been telling my kids that since they was 5. If I can cry and fix it, I'm gonna go on the bank and cry and have a fit and see if I can get some money. I did that for them, just to show them. Because, this is what children think, they can manipulate you with their tears. So does grown women. I'm guilty. It ain't manipulation, it's just I am an emotional creature, and it's gonna come out in my tears. But I'm sure a lot of women use it as manipulation. Save me, you're hurting me because you said something that I didn't like. Let's just say, and some parents don't know how to calm themselves down. Absolutely. I've been guilty. I've absolutely been guilty. Training, practice. And it never starts off like that. Especially when you set boundaries and standards and rules. It should be followed. Especially when you got intelligent children, right? They be trying to act dumb. You ain't trying to hear that. You heard me. I mean, it's the same in relationships. We get in relationships and we set boundaries. And there should be standards. And if you don't have that, somebody's going to walk all over it. Walk all over you because you didn't say anything. We wait till things happen and then be disgusted with it or upset with it. And then they get the second chance or the third chance. It's unique how we're moving now with no purpose. Our young ladies are coming up with, no marriage, no children. Okay, you just want to work. Because you got to take care of yourself. And if you want to fly and, do all of this going across the country, it's awesome. You're going to have to work, pay for that. And that's great. But the young people who are looking to vet for marriage, y'all need to get on the right track. Get your mind right. Get your heart right. Because somebody going to want something from you. The relationship is not all about making you happy. You come with a list, they come with a list too. That's all I'm saying, respectfully. Respect that. Because I'm confused that women think, that we have this whole table, we can explain all of what we want and what we desire in a man, and you don't think that they have the same thing on the other end. You have to meet their needs and desires as well. It's a two-way street. And we forget that. You are not the only prize. It's just if you're vetting to have some children, like there's going to be a day your ass going to have to sit down. And if you're married, it's his responsibility to take care of you. So treating that person with the utmost respect and kindness and consideration is very important. It's very important. Because when you need them, they are going to make sure they are there. Full time, consistently. So we start off in these unions with all, yes, honeymoons. I get what they say when you talk about this honeymoon phase. It ends. It doesn't ever have to end. You can always stay in that honeymoon phase. There's going to be times of change in life and family and emotions and hormones and all of that shit. But remember when that love started. Remember when it came. What got you there? What got you to say yes and what got him to ask? Because you got there somehow. And it came from good. I'm sure nobody is just choosing to marry someone who is off top, mean and abusive. Like if you're doing that, then shame on you. You can't blame the person that's being the abuser. You knew before you even got married. Why do it? We got to own our shit a little bit. I'm just saying. Seen a lot of that too. There were signs before, but you married them. You didn't think it was going to get worse. I own you now. If that mentality was that way before, imagine how he feels now that you're his wife. Some men do look at you as a possession. That kind of man you don't want. Sorry. Pay attention. So it's kind of shame on you. You knew the control. You saw that shit before you got married, and you chose to marry him. I mean, you know, the pity party is not here. I'm sorry. Call me cold or whatever. I'll be that. I'll be that. I'll be that. Definitely facts. Giving all these chances to people who continue to do you wrong is a self-reflection. Please reflect on that. Definitely said, I gave my ex a second chance, but I believe people can change now. I'm starting to think otherwise. You know, just pay attention. You know, like I said, those green flags that I have, y'all, you know, people can sit down and discuss these things, you know, specifically. Are you able to exhibit these particular characteristics? Because this is what I need. This is what's going to help me flourish. This is what's going to support me. And you should be looking for that. But like you said, sometimes we give people way too many chances. I'm not even willing to do it for a family. I'm sorry. Blood is not thicker than water. I'd rather some clean water than some dirty ass blood. I'm just saying. I can love you from a distance.
I can love you from up close. Here you
go, baby.
Thank you. Thank you for everything you do.
Oh, damn. Happy Sunday. Turkey chops gonna be slamming later. I'm just saying. I appreciate you. Thank you. Got it. Yeah. People will treat you any kind of way. And that's with friends and relatives and your children. You gotta set boundaries. You gotta know what you're willing to tolerate. And what you're willing to give. Because people ain't gonna put up with your shit either. I'm just saying. Goes. I love y'all. I'm just saying. If you have a certain standard, stand on that. It's true. Don't sway because of some good dick. Somebody got some money. Might not work out in your favor. Shit is just delusional, y'all. I'm serious. All right. Let me get back on something. So, man. So in my reality, I have an abundance. I have 33 first cousins. That's just first cousins. And we all grew up really close in New York City. Shout out to y'all. Love y'all to death. And quite a few of them are single dads or the main guardian, the sole guardian. And they're doing a great job. So shout out to you guys. And they're out there. So shout out to the dads, even, you know, not even just being a single dad, just shout out to the dads, man. Y'all are so appreciated. Needed and necessary. I got a cute little video to share with y'all. Y'all are so influential, and just to watch this year progression with this father and daughter is just so beautiful to me. So I hope y'all enjoy it. Did that make y'all feel good as much as it made me feel good? Had me tearing up, but we ain't emotional. Stop lying. That was beautiful. Gentlemen, y'all are so needed and necessary. If you're in a home and you're raising your children and you haven't been told how appreciated you are, I'm telling you now, you are appreciated. And children see what you do, and they love it. Even with your tone when you gotta be stern. Be a father. And, you know, as women, I can't tell you how to do that. You know how to do that. That was beautiful. Sis, you like that? You like that for everybody? Yeah, I know. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the man. It's a man-loving platform. Don't mean I hate ladies because I am one. I'm just saying it doesn't make sense. But shout out to y'all. I always show some love. All right, now back to the serious shit. Mothers, parents, please watch your children. I love the experiments of easy prey. We think we know our children, but we don't. We think we tell them enough about talking to strangers, even if you tell them every day. You know, children are children and they're easily influenced. They're very gullible and naive. Okay? Yeah, sounds like I'm talking about a woman to a degree. To a degree. Dangle something pretty in front of me. And we know it's true because we see the gold digger doing the same thing. What would you do, right? And these ladies hops in a car just because it's pretty or fly. It could be your last day breathing. They don't think about that. They will leave a man that they are dating straight on the street to go hop in the fly car. So, you know, don't be mad because it kind of sounds like women and children to a degree. Yeah, whatever. Easy prey.
Him, do you think he'll trust me as a stranger? And you don't think you think he's going to be a good boy?
I think he's gonna come to me.
He's going to come right to you. So with your permission, you know, you right here, do you think I could go up and try it out?
Yeah.
Try it out on him? Yeah. Okay, so. Hey, watch out there. Where are you driving to?
In a bus?
You driving in a bus?
Yeah.
Wow. Did you ever drive an ice cream truck before?
No.
No? Damn. That's a pretty high slide. Do you go down that slide?
Yeah.
Let me see. That's really high. Wow, you're brave. You're a big boy then, right?
Yeah. I need to go drive my bus.
Drive your bus. Do you want to go drive an ice cream truck?
No, thanks.
No, thanks. I was talking to your mom. She said I can take you to go get some ice cream if you want to go.
Yeah.
Yeah. You want to go get ice cream?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Come down. Want me to pick you up?
No, I got it.
You got it? Wow. So give me a hand so you don't get lost. So your mom's okay with this?
Yeah.
We don't know our children as much as we think. Even if not, they are easily swayed. Definitely said we moving, and my son just made me smile. He said he figuring it out. That's right, he got to right here, man. That's the difference. We tell men, y'all gonna have to figure that shit out. Women, no, you come stay with me. I don't think women are really told they can figure it out. We got it figured out. We need some help. We know right where to go. We know right where to go to a degree, right? We got social services. We got the battered women's shelters. We have emergency shelters for women and children, or even just women. There's more resources. So boys have to figure it out. It is a difference. I've seen it with my brothers. So then I've seen these videos after watching. I grilled my kids on what they need to do, even if they come up to you with a puppy, run and scream. Yeah. And they don't know. Because you can tell them, but having a visual such as that is different for them to see. I mean, and I'm a parent. I'm in the park all the time, you know, and it don't take much for the children to open up with me. And this is why I say, you know, it's not just men, it's women too. And women will lure children as well. So you need to not just like put the emphasis on men being, you know, the predator, because women are as well.
You need to keep them aware of that sweet talk.
Right, the sweet talk. That's it.
Jump real high.
Yeah.
Jump real. Ooh, look at that.
And that's something to pay attention to. You know, when you don't compliment your children, you know, and praise them, and when someone else comes along, you know, it feels good. And it's, they're even easier to let their guard down because that's not something they receive at home, right? We're not praising them or telling them good job or wow, you can jump that high or just any of those positive things, so when you stop doing that and they get it outside, they're going to be easily influenced. Somebody can just walk away with your child and you sitting right on the other side with your face in your phone, right? Just saying.
My name's Joe. I'm filming a social experiment. Now, how many times a day do you tell your kid not to talk to strangers?
I tell my kid every day.
All right. So if I go over to your kid right now, will he or she talk to me or run away?
I'm pretty sure she's not going to talk to you, but try.
All right. Which one's your kid? I'm going to put it to the test. I'm going to go over there with the puppy.
She's right there.
She's right over there?
And then James after.
All right. I'm going to go over there and I'm going to talk to her as a stranger. All right? Hi.
Hi.
Look at the puppy.
Puppy.
Look at the puppy. Like the puppy?
Yeah.
Can you guess what her name is?
Duncan.
Duncan? You were close. Her name's Donuts. I got some more puppies. Want to go see the other puppies?
Yeah.
All right, let's go. Come on. Right over here. Give me a hand. Hello.
Hi, nice to meet you.
My name's Joe. I'm filming a...
It's hard for them parents to watch that. It's hard to watch. All the things we preach to our children. We think it's setting in, but some of them, they're still children. And it sounds like us women, we think we can just dictate and say these things and, they're going to listen. No. As we can see. It should go in one ear and out the other.
Well, it might not have again. The child might have heard, be kind to people, be nice to people, overhearing, don't talk to strangers, which you tell them every day.
Right.
But you tell them to be nice to people every day too. When a person walks up and says hi, the most common nice thing to do is say hi back. They got a puppy.
That is true.
It's on.
So,
I'm talking to be a genuine nice person.
We're kind of giving them back and forth.
That's that delusion.
It's delusion. Right. So who do I protect myself from and who do I be nice with? Like a child can't distinguish between the two.
See, what I heard is we give them instruction. We don't tell them why. We tell them not to talk to strangers. We don't tell them that they can get taken to child molestation, they can get into, child pornography ring. They can be abducted into rape culture because it sounds so, makes them feel so, and it sounds so
it's too much to put in their little mind.
But it's not, because we keep their asses safe. Yeah. This is why you need to listen to me. And the same with men to women, because women can be tricked. Oh, you're so pretty. Your hair's so long. I mean, you're not like
they
the
say
other
it
girls.
themselves. We say it ourselves when we make excuses of, I was young, I was dumb, or I was naive, or I was gullible. So yeah, absolutely. Don't like to be told that.
So when men tell your ass to chill out because we're keeping you safe, you need to listen. It's not a debate.
Because we think it's a safe world. You men have made it a simpler and safer society for us here in the USA, because it's not like this in other places. So, the delusion is amazing.
Y'all let us know what y'all think.
Right. Let us know what y'all think. Protect them babies. It's not just about telling them about strangers. You have to be specific. Even, have mock prey, easy prey kind of situations where, they're trying to be convinced to do something.
A social experiment. Now,
that's how I remember it. Okay, sorry, y'all. Those videos are unique. I mean, this is reality, and this is what's happening in real time, real days. And I have more parenting tips. So I got a queen checking her child before she leaves to go to school. A lot of us don't do that. And our kids start to get older, we leave before them or whatever the case may be. They have a uniformed outfit and you think everything is appropriate, but sometimes it's not. So, it's okay to be stern and make sure your children know how important it is to show some modesty and, you know, follow the damn rules. It's easy to break these rules. But when you have a parent that's going to be on you and pays attention to detail, some shit is just not going to slide by. So check this one out.
Madam, let me do uniform checklist. You guys of today, you go to school.
I mean, it's the same. It's the.
Remove your hands from
No,
there.
it's the lamp that
You folded it up.
I did.
You hey! Imagine.
Look.
You folded it up. You have folded it up. And make sure that when you step out, you don't remove the tights and go and show off some skin. You are going to school to learn.
Word, you go to school to learn. It's not a damn fashion show. I mean, especially now, most public schools, they wear uniforms, so it's really not a fashion show. We was coming up, you know, it was semi-fashion showish, but it still didn't matter. You go to school to learn. Oh, hey now, sir, how you doing?
Do you remember when we had school and play clothes?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes, yes. Clothes that you go to school in, you cannot play in. And you damn sure enough can't come back in the house and sit on a bed or anything with the clothes that you played outside in. So it was just levels to the shit. A level of honor and modesty. Like that was something that was important, and it was told to me. Even if I didn't have my father around, I had brothers to say, yo, that skirt is too short. You need to have on shorts. You know, because Mom Dukes worked all the time. Shout out to Mom for working. So the brothers kept me on point with that, and behind that they explained, you know, they, like you said, they told me, you know, about graping and people thinking I'm a slut and somebody taking advantage of me. And one of my brothers told me somebody snatched you up. Like he gave me that fear to, you know, if I present myself a certain way, there are men who will step in their character and take advantage of me. And it's true, and it's still people like that. They will snatch your ass up.
And 30-pound ass and put you in a van.
And they sure will.
So again.
And not just to abuse me, to take my organs. Like it's money in it now. So it's a whole different purpose for people. It's not just to get their rocks off and trash and throw you in the trash on the side of the road. Now you're being deleted because I can get some money for your organs. So it's real out here. So the fear is still there. We still need to be protected. So parents, absolutely, because when I drop my senior off at school, when they have regulations and rules and they make these kids sign contracts, mind you, they make them sign contracts. The skirts should be a certain inches. And I mean, you know, when school started, still like summertime. So yeah, that first day, everybody was in, and my child was like, yeah, they'll probably get a write-up or whatever the case may be. Yeah, no, how many write-ups you gonna get to where you're like suspended? Because it's when I drop you off or pick you up, I always see it. So I mean, mini skirts. Why are we allowing our little girls to be sluts? Because that's what I was told. If you can bend over and I can see your ass or your shorts, it's slut attire. Hoardism wear. Now, grown women, fine. Show all the ass you want. I don't give a fuck about y'all. Right? Your body, your choice, whatever. I'm talking about the young folk. We got to instill that modesty is very important because it's still a dangerous world out there. Doesn't give anybody the right to do any harm to you because of how you're dressed. But it happens. Like, we're not going to be naive to the fact that it happens. So nothing's wrong with being a parent like that. We buy the clothes, like she said, don't get to school and have your skin out because you got on stockings now. Because you can go to school simply and just take the goddamn stockings off. It's important to vet the people in the classes because, you know, we've had children in schools and all through high school, you know, when they start having those individual classes, you have individual emails to each teacher. So, you know, if that's an issue, you can absolutely, you know, have some type of communication with that said teacher to see if there's something going on. So, you know, we can't just be ignorant to the fact that we can find out shit. You're the first advocate. So shout out to that mom for making sure her daughter ain't go out looking like a slut or aspiring to it. Why? Because we're We're not influenced by these black women down here. You see that? All through my whole feed. Take a list. You gotta, that's right. You gotta Google them and look them up and bring a YouTube video about these people to your children's intellect. It's important. It's good for them.
I see Jenny in the chat. Hey, Jenny.
Hey, Jen. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Shoot, we got the Mary McLeod Bethunes, Constance Baker Modley, Katherine Johnson. These are some women here. Harriet Tubman, y'all know about her, Sojourner Truth. Madam J. Walker, Shirley Chisholm. Come on, y'all. Haley Quinn Brown, Catherine Dunham. Okay, our young black women don't, our young black girls don't have, we're not giving them the influential women that they should be modeling, who have paved the way for us to have as much privilege and freedom to get education and do what we want, make our own choices and make our own way. Because it wasn't always like this, and I don't think our young girls growing up have that reality in their mind, that understanding. And it needs to be taught. And I love preaching this. Fathers are needed and necessary. Men are human, and they are capable of experiencing a great deal of love for their children without loving your ass. That's important for us ladies to realize. You should be okay with that. If he can love up on them children without loving you, shouldn't be bitter and mad. He don't love you no more. But he want to love his children, should allow that. It's very important. They get a lot of blame. Allow them to come in, be around their children. It's important. Nobody told you. So those easy prey videos stem from this awareness. MAPS is the new acronym for minor attracted persons. It's become a commonly known term used in global sex offender researches and sex offender treatment communities. So shame on them for looking for full inclusion and don't want to be shamed for being attracted to minors. Pay attention to what's happening in your states, in your cities. They want full inclusion. They want it to be okay for them to be attracted to minors, which we all know it's not. It's not. But our lines are becoming so gray and crossed, like, how far y'all want to go now? We opening up the door. And us women kind of lead these fights. We kind of led the fights in the LGBTQIA plus community. We kind of led that. So, you know, pay attention to what we doing out here. Most women can't even define what a woman is. They getting offended. And they the ones naturally born women. Crazy. But I'm gonna end this with giving some love to the men. Ladies, let me take this off the screen first. Ladies, men are not a toy for you to use and abuse. We don't want to be used and abused. They don't either. I don't know if y'all don't realize that. They don't want to be used and abused either. Some of y'all are doing too much. Again, we want to be listened to. We want to be understood by men. Y'all need to start doing the same. Y'all do. I don't see that. I see us enjoying all the double standards that we receive. We fight against the ones that the men stand on. It's not fair, and it ain't never going to be fair, and it won't be equal. But men don't want to be treated like toys either. Yeah.
I'm awesome.
You want to do it again?
Yes, come here.
Why do you want to keep, bro? We just fucking had sex for like 40 minutes.
I understand that, but come here.
No, bro, I'm not about to keep fucking, man.
Bro.
I ain't even ate,
Bro. Okay, you about to eat now. Come here.
Bro, it's only been like 6 minutes, but I'm not about to keep fucking you, bro. That's why I didn't want to fuck in the first place, because I knew your ass was gonna want to keep fucking.
Why was you getting mad?
Because I don't have that fucking much energy.
Okay, but you ain't even gotta get that mad.
Damn,
like, all you
bro.
gotta do is come here.
Nah, bro, because I came and you came. You came, right?
We both came and we both gonna come again.
No, bro, I'm not about to keep fucking having sex.
Here,
That's all
baby.
you want to do, bro.
Babe, come here.
No, bro, you always want to fuck, but damn, cook or some. Damn, that's really, can't you cook? God damn, man, that's why man, bro, I'm about to go to my mama's house, bro.
No, come here.
You always on that bullshit,
Okay,
bro.
I'm sorry.
No, bro, I'm cool, bro. That's all you want to do is fuck me. Damn, but damn, let's get some money together, son.
Damn. Shit. How many of you fellas run into that problem? She wanted too much. Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're not a play toy. She has a warped view of relationships. I don't know the sister.
That's Lucky. Hey, Lucky.
Hey, Luck. How you doing, love? Right, when you have nothing else to offer. I mean, some people are nymphos. I mean, you know, match up. Got to make sure you guys are on the same drive to a degree. But I don't know what that was, y'all. What's up, fellas? What's up? Y'all having problems? It's just too much nympho type. That was horrible. So imagine that role reversed, ladies. Let's reverse that. He's the woman. She's the man. Looks different, don't it? Looks different, right? Because he should want it. All men are the same. Some men want more than sex. They do. Regardless of what you think. Find out. Ask what that percentage look like. But when you're vetting someone and this is all they have to offer, either sex. I mean, if that's all you want, then by all means, enjoy each other. But if you're looking for more, I mean, you got to vet properly. So I think it is. Death Maid said we going rounds. Whoop, whoop. Care what age. We'll be 50 talking about, yeah, I need 3 rounds a day. Boom. There's some people like that exist. Saying they exist. But she was really insensitive. Really insensitive. Some men are not like that. Not all men move with their penis all the time. They do want more. Like some food. Or that laundry that was in the laundry basket full. Bitch, go wash some clothes. Do something else. Please. We're gonna be thirsty. Damn, we get some money. Can we get some money together? He like, I can't even get nothing to drink. That was something. He said, you can't make me something to eat, so you're gonna eat right now. She wasn't talking about no food either. Wow. Oh man. Gentlemen, vet properly. You know. But some men would look at that video, baby, and be like, maybe you crazy? What you think about that? You crazy?
I mean, you know me. There's, you know, a certain level of realistic thinking that has to come into play. So again, like I put in the comments, we're gonna get thirsty at least. Especially if we putting in that work. Can we at least get some money to buy some
Could you make some tea or something? Oh my goodness. But this is the agenda women want to push. They want to push that men's minds are all wrapped around sex, that y'all are as simple as just, that's what y'all want. That's it. But we know that's not true. I know that's not true. I'm not going to keep letting y'all dictate that delusion. Because I know I'm more than just some twat, right? So I think the same about me. They're more than just
Trey checks, I think we got one.
It's voting season, bruh. No voting, no loving. No voting, no touching. No voting, no nothing. No voting, no fucking. No voting, no fucking. No voting, no loving. No voting, no touching. No voting, no nothing. No voting, no fucking. No voting, no fucking. BLK app looking for some action. Swear the homie Scott was heading. Face is a 9, abs is a 10, D is a to be determined. He got mad jokes, he don't seem broke. The only red flag, he said he don't vote. This midterms for all the single cute. Wanna hit this booty, gotta do your civic duty. No voting, no loving. No voting, no touching. No voting, no nothing. No voting, no fucking. No voting, no fucking. No voting, no loving. No voting, no touching. No voting, no nothing. No voting, no fucking, no voting, no fucking.
Yeah, don't stop now, stop my ballot box again. But my homegirl through, put the buy in partisan. Politics be so nasty, make me wanna flirt ya, show you how to be a punk.
Y'all know where I'm trying to go with it. Goddamn, no nookie, you know, no voting. So they gonna hold off on giving y'all some pussy till y'all go vote. I know y'all minds are not all there. This is what the women want to believe. This is why they lead with it and then deny you it. It's crazy. It has to be crazy to me. You lead with the sex, you lead with this nakedness, with this, oh, I'm so liberated and I want to fuck all the time. And then you get with a man and it's over. Hearing that. You shut it down, shut it off. Any little thing you do wrong, there's no more pussy. I'm crazy. What's up? I'm confused. You led with it. This is what you're leading with. You want to take it away. Give me snatches, give me snatches, give me snatches. God damn. Make up your mind. It's amazing. If you see it, we go out, ladies be acting real slutty. Grown women. I ain't talking about children like my young 20-year-olds age. I'm talking my age. They get out there and act a fool. And I don't know if they wait to get this age and do it, or this is a continued behavior. I don't want to define what it is, but it's ratchet. It's a bit much. So when men look at y'all, if I'm looking at y'all and that's what I see, I'm sure the men are looking at y'all like humping bags, pumping machines. Just like society is soon to make us birthing people. I'm just saying. They don't all want the sex. They want some good sex, some consistent sex. Not even out here keeping your vaginas clean. Let me get it together. Try, please. Fire crotch. That's what I'm hearing. Ain't new either. Y'all wrong for presenting some funky crotch. Get it together. Drink some water. Get yourself healthy. Offering up nasty vagina. Y'all should be ashamed of y'all damn self.
You can't make this shit up.
I just want to prove all men ain't the same. All men are not the same. Okay? They are not. Stop being fucking delusional. If you get 5 men that are the same, I mean, you might be the common denominator in that. You have to reflect on yourself that you are dealing with the same sorry ass fool. You have to reflect on that. That has something to do with you. I'm sorry. Because even before my husband, when I was dating teenage years, like some good guys, and when I look at them now, friends, I know them, community, good guys. Stop creating this delusion that all men are screwed up and fucked up, because a lot of you bitches is fucked up. And I'm going to say it. I see it every day. I don't know if it's just Baltimore, but it's crazy out here. Come visit. I'll take you out. Because this is my reality. And it's a damn shame, and it has such a lack of respect for men, period. And I hate using that. Y'all sound stupid when y'all say it. So I'm going to stop. Such a lack of respect and honor. And since being here 5 years, we've come across so many great brothers that's cleaning up their community, good fathers, family men. doing good things. There's no shine on them. They exist. It's not going to keep letting you ladies create, you women create this bad man existence, this angry man existence, because now the tables are turning. It's on y'all now, but it's absolutely reality. It's reality. It's not all. If it don't apply, let it fly. But it does apply to a lot. All men are not the same.
Got your boy going deep, breaststroke, backstroke, girl, I'm swimming right now. Got a nigga slipping. Got your boy going.
Sorry, it's not really a video. It's just this gentleman sitting, sipping some tea, self-reflecting, about women think we want sex. It's not always about sex. It's intimacy we want. To be touched, looked at, admired, smiled at, laughed with someone, and to be respected. That's what it said at the bottom. Men want this stuff, ladies. They want to be admired. They want to be touched. They want intimacy as well. And it looks different. So there's some work that you have to do. The work is not all on them to make you happy and to create the full-on intimacy. They like that too. They like to be hugged and held and nestled and touched and massaged. Ask if there's anything that you can do for them to be initiated on. It shows a desire. You desire them. It's awesome to have your woman desire you and initiate on you versus them feeling like they're intruding on your space when they want to be intimate. It's kind of on us to slow them down and teach them if they don't know about those intimate touches and know how to separate sex from intimacy. It's a lesson, and it's going to be learned over time because most of us don't know how to separate that. You have to be willing. And it seems like our men are becoming a little bit more willing to acquiesce to us as husbands than we are to them as wives. The women saying, I don't want to do shit. I don't want to do nothing. And I'm so confused on how you're going to get anything without doing nothing. Pussy not enough. I'm sorry, it's not. Now, if you're giving them an abundance of it, maybe 3 or 4 friends along, and that's something different. But no, you're not doing that. So I'm just saying. I won't. This was awesome. Let me see what I got else. I don't think I got anything else. I just want y'all to love up on these men. Oh, hubby got one. Making him out to be the bad guy all the time. We know there's some bad ones out there, but they all are not that way, just like women.
Women felt like we did not need men and that we can do the exact same thing as men. So I think our mentality is, I don't need you, I want you, meaning I can take care of all the bills. I can raise the kids by myself. I can do all this by myself, but not knowing that just because you're able to take care of your rent, now we're seeing that the eviction rate is higher among Black women. Right. So obviously you can't maintain. And now that we're seeing there's a lot of mental issues that we have, so you can't. And so, and I see that's manifesting in things when you're out of order.
So you think Black women as a collective are out of order?
Yes. Yes. We are. But the thing is,
you don't make somebody mad, girl.
Like, we are out of order, but if you sit and really think about us being out of order, it's our own doing at this point. You're out of order because you want to be out of order, but what is the significance of you being out of order? Why do you want to be in a man's role and spot? That's the real question. I want to know, why do you want it? Because you want the power, you want the accolades or whatever as a man, but your body, your mentality, your spirit cannot handle it. And we go through other things. That's why you got hot girl summers, because it's an escape. That's why you have people drinking and drugs and over shopping and doing all these things in excess, because it's an escape, because you're out of order. And your life, how you look, it's going to reflect it.
If you think back to, the biblical story of Genesis, right? About Adam and Eve, and how there's certain translations of the Bible that literally say that Eve's sin was essentially wanting power over her husband. Like, there's, depending upon the translation, that's what some will say, or it's like she wasn't necessarily happy with the role or the position that she gave, God gave her, and she stepped out of bounds. And so fast forward, and it's like, I very much think we see that same spirit today. I know not everybody sees it that deeply, but as someone who is, my relationship with God is like everything. That to me is one of the things that I think pushes me to want to be accountable. My first responsibility to God is to make sure that my immediate family and then my collective family is taken care of. And that means I have to be accountable to the things that I may have done or may not be doing that could add to the problem. So, when you mention out of order and wanting to be in control and all these different, and wanting to be in a position that they're not meant to be, like, I literally think back to that, to those scriptures that kind of speak to this idea already. So.
Are they out of order? What y'all think? Shout out to Sister Courtney. I appreciate you, sis. They are absolutely fucking out of order, if you ask me. We've been out of order for a little while, and I agree with that. You become the thing you hate. And I've seen the hate for men, fester and bottle up in our women over the last, I'm 45, so the last 35, 40 years, all my life, I've seen it. Groups of us just hate. Bashing, man bashing parties, even when there's good men around. It's like, let's just go in on them. But we cannot do that to men. To women. Can't say shit. But we are out of order. I agree with Sister Courtney. And I'm here to fight the battle with you. I don't care if y'all don't like it. I'm not sitting here on this platform saying I'm perfect either. But I definitely don't behave how y'all be out here behaving. I'm just saying. And I came from an extremely masculine environment. So there's no excuse. And I agree, we want to take on all the responsibilities, but we can't handle it. You're right. We have the highest eviction rate going on right now. It's crazy. So are we really handling it all? Are you really capable in doing it all on your own with no assistance from the assistance government who has been blessing us with monies and fundings to make it a little easier for us? I don't know. I agree with Sister Courtney. And I'm here to fight the battle too, shit, because it's crazy. Y'all doing too goddamn much. Jeez, that was unique. What you think, sir? You got something to say on that? Don't have them come for you, sir. You watch what you say, because they don't take it too well from men.
I'm good.
So he behind the scenes, but you can hear him.
I'm learning that
shit
to just coast in the sweet spot. I think we can say, what we feel we need to say, and articulate it in a manner that's not disrespectful. And I think that's what I'm getting, because sometimes I can come off a little bit harsh. That video, I would have to respectfully agree with Sister Courtney. I don't know what the other sister was alluding to when she went into the whole Bible thing and everything. That's a whole nother conversation.
That women are never satisfied because they lived in pure perfection. She was not satisfied.
Understandable. I don't know if I agree when she said she was trying to be the role of her husband, but I do understand the satisfaction.
She didn't respect the authority.
He was asleep. He had no authority in his.
But she had authority to him and he had authority to God. So whatever rules God gave him, he regurgitated them to her. Right. So she knew the rules.
She should have just sat her ass
She
down.
Should have not fucked with the goddamn apple.
Everywhere else except for that tree.
Absolutely.
Understandable.
And the punishment was enmity.
Yeah,
which is just conflict between us for the rest of our days. So we have to work to make it peaceful.
But yeah, I think overall what you and Sister Courtney allude to, that it's just a certain level of decorum that we're not operating with, which technically puts us out of order, because there's a certain order in which, you know, society is ran, women abide by, ladies abide by, gentlewomen abide by, a certain caliber of woman abides by, you know, a certain criteria. And if you're not, then you're a little bit out of order. So, you know, I absolutely agree. I think it is a conscious decision. But I do overall like your whole theme today, in particular, just the transgender community, the LGBT community, and every other community that thrust their feelings into reality. That's why my question was, you know, why is your feelings more important than reality that we all have to live in? Because ultimately that's what I get from the whole thing. But yeah, no, I agree with you and Sister Courtney. Great job. Y'all continue to fight the good fight. I know it's, you know, comes with pushback, it comes with recourse, but it also comes with kudos. It comes with accolades. It comes with people that recognize what you guys are doing, and you know, sometimes taking one for the team is something that we all got to do at some time. So shout out to you and her, you immensely.
Thank you. And you know, like I said, this is you know, just to be here visually, but I think if I look back, as long as I've been, you know, a little girl, I've always tried to fight the good fight. I've always, you know, spoke this admirable of boys and teens and men, and you know, I didn't carry that deep down rooted hate and just level of disrespect where, you know, I'm pre-offended in conversation, even if there were jabs at me directly. Like, you know, I don't know, I have a different love for humankind. I really don't want that kind of, you know, excess of drama and conflict. It's just so unnecessary to us moving forward as people. You know, and the way for us to connect is to communicate. You know, and it has to come with a level of understanding. So, you know, this was more self-reflection too. Just, you know, I want people to see visually that, you know, we're out of order. And us women should really be upset when we define what a woman is. And a woman is a female adult. That's what it is. And a female is a naturally born female. And we have certain particular scientific parts. But yeah, we got to work on that. We need to push back. They can have their own term, and it is trans man, trans woman. Don't take control over the definition of what a woman is. So this is where we at. And, you know, I appreciate everybody popping in. But you know it's Sunday and we got to get some dinner together. Got to feed my family. I appreciate everybody. Spread the word. Share to whoever or whomever. Clip up whatever you need. I'm not afraid of the pushback. I'm here for all the shit. So, you know, tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend. Hashtag, well, mine is hashtag shame. Nightbot will put your YouTube channel inside the chat for others to go and follow and support and subscribe. I appreciate each and every one of y'all. You know, be kind to somebody that's not you. Have a little self-reflection and, you know, find the honor in being a mother again. That's what I'm looking for. It's honor in it, and we got to get back there.
Catch us on Sir Hill tonight.
Yes, catch us on Sir Hill tonight. Sir Hill Speaks Network. This is a Sunday fun day. So he'll be on later on this evening around 9:30. All right. We are on Thursdays at 8. He said, she said, Love and Abundance. Mr. and Mrs. He said, she said. Y'all know what it is. Mr. He said is on Saturdays. Y'all know. The Barbershop Pod. It gets awesome. I love to hear the gentleman build, and I am here. I will be here on Sundays for Shame Sunday. Pull up and pop in. If you got anything you want me to talk about, please send it to me. You know where I'm at, everywhere social. I appreciate you guys. Take care and have an awesome Sunday. And read a book, please. Peace.